In a lush garden filled with blooming flowers and buzzing bees, a tiny caterpillar named Cora crawled happily along a bright green leaf. One sunny morning, Cora felt something strange. She was curious. She wriggled toward a mysterious flower with shimmering petals that sparkled like tiny stars. As she ventured inside, she discovered something incredible, a shimmering library glowing with rainbow colors. Cora's eyes widened as she saw books floating on sparkling shelves, each one filled with wonderful letters and vibrant pictures. The first book she opened had big, bold letters, A, B, C. As she touched the pages, the letters shimmered and changed colors, red, blue, yellow, creating a rainbow of letters before her eyes. Suddenly, a gentle voice whispered, "Welcome, Cora. This is the library of letters and colors. Here, you'll discover the magic of words and the beauty of hues." Cora twitched her tiny antennae in excitement. She wanted to learn everything. She learned that A is for apple, which is bright red like a fire truck. B is for butterfly, with wings that shimmer in blue and orange. Each letter had its own special color and story. As she turned more pages, Cora found other books about numbers, shapes, and even hidden secrets of colors in the garden, like how yellow sunflowers dance under the sun or how purple violets bloom shyly in the shade. Cora realized that each letter and color was part of a bigger story, just like her journey of becoming a beautiful butterfly someday. She understood that learning about letters and colors helps us understand the world around us and express ourselves with words and hues. When it was time to leave, the shimmering library gently closed its glowing doors, but Cora carried what she had learned in her heart. She wiggled back onto her leaf, eager to tell her friends about the magical world of letters and colors she had found inside that special flower. And from that day on, Cora knew that curiosity leads us to wonderful discoveries and that learning can be the most colorful adventure of all. The end. Remember, every new thing you learn adds a splash of color to your own story. A floating chalkboard that hovered just above the pond's surface, shimmering in the sunlight. To everyone's surprise, when the boat touched the chalkboard, it transformed into a lively story. The chalkboard began to glow and whisper, "Come close, little explorer. I'll teach you about numbers and shapes." Suddenly, vibrant shapes danced onto the board. Circles spun happily around, squares strutted confidently, and triangles tilted playfully. The story unfolded. Numbers are like friends. One sun in the sky, two birds singing, three flowers blooming. When you count, you see the world in terms of friends. Next, the chalkboard displayed shapes, explaining, circles are round like wheels, squares are four equal sides like boxes, and triangles are pointy at the top like rooftops. The tiny boat listened eagerly as the chalkboard shared a tale of a brave number 5 who wanted to find friends with matching shapes. Together, they played a game of matching shapes to numbers, learning that each number has its own special shape to go with. As the story reached its end, the chalkboard shimmered brighter. It said, "Remember, little ones, whether it's numbers or shapes, everyone has a place and a purpose. When you understand and appreciate them, you can see the magic in everything around you." With a gentle twinkle, the chalkboard turned back into a floating storybook. The tiny boat, filled with newfound knowledge, glided happily back across the pond, ready to discover even more adventures. And from that day on, whenever the children saw shapes or heard numbers, they remembered the story of the tiny boat and the gleaming chalkboard, teaching them that curiosity and friendship make learning an adventure. Sammy decided to be brave and explore the bridge. With a little tiptoe and a deep breath, he started across, feeling the cool breeze and hearing the soft melodic hum of the wind. Halfway across, a gust tossed him gently into the air, but Sammy remembered his friend Lily the owl's advice: whenever you're scared, take a deep breath and look at the beautiful sky. Sammy paused, looked up, and admired the bright colors of the sunset. Feeling calmer, he continued, reaching the Meadow of Miracles, where he saw flowers that glowed like stars and streams that giggled as they flowed. Sammy realized that trying something new might be scary, but it also opened the door to wonderful surprises. When Sammy shared his adventure, all his friends cheered. He learned that being brave doesn't mean not feeling scared, it means doing what you're afraid of anyway, and discovering how amazing the world can be. And from that day on, Sammy never hesitated to explore a new path, knowing that every step, brave or nervous, led to the most beautiful journeys. The end. Do you know why the river shines so much? Albert hooted softly and replied, "The river's sparkle comes from tiny shimmering crystals called quartz, which come from the mountains. But what makes it truly special is the way the sunlight dances on the water, creating magic every day." Inspired, Sammy set off on a new adventure, this time towards the distant mountains. Along the way, he learned from buzzing bees about how flowers rely on bees for pollination, and from a busy ant colony about teamwork and helping each other carry heavy loads. With each discovery, Sammy's understanding of the world grew brighter and richer. Finally, reaching the mountains, Sammy saw the source of the crystals, glittering rocks embedded in the rocks high above. He marveled at the beauty of nature's secrets and realized that everything has a story, and that learning makes life more colorful. When Sammy returned home, he shared his adventures with all his friends, reminding them that curiosity and kindness lead to wonderful discoveries. The forest echoed with laughter and new questions, and Sammy felt happy knowing that his quest had made him wiser and more compassionate. The lesson: the world is full of wonders waiting to be uncovered. Curiosity and teamwork help us learn and grow, turning everyday moments into magical adventures. Petits floating market, old gears, colorful fabric, and hollow tubes. She assembled them into a compact, sturdy rover with big windmill blades made from recycled cloth. The rover had a small tank for water, a tiny pump, and a clever arch-shaped nozzle to spray water softly over the parched land. She named her invention the Rainmaker. With the breeze guiding her, Mira set off from her cozy workshop, the wind from the garden's breeze helping her move faster. As she approached Sunflower Park, she pointed her nozzle towards the dry soil and activated the pump. From her rover's spray, gentle rain fell, first just a sprinkle, then a steady shower. The plants perked up, flowers reopened, and even the grumpy old turtle that had been sunbathing lazily wagged its tail happily. Mira watched with joy, knowing her tinkering made a difference. The children of Lumina gathered to see the miracle. Mira explained, "The wind helped me move the rover, and the water keeps our park alive. We just need to respect nature's gifts and work together to care for it. The floating gardens above and the renewed park below reminded everyone that small efforts, powered by clever ideas and the wind, could change the world. From that day on, Mira and her wind rover became heroes, showing that curiosity and kindness can turn big dreams into reality, and that caring for our planet needs everyone's help. And so, in the city of floating gardens, adventure and learning thrived, proving that even the tiniest inventor can make a huge splash. Sometimes, all it takes is a little wind, a lot of heart, and a splash of rain.